Today marks 1 year since the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted of second-degree murder after he was seen kneeling on Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Floyd's death and that cell phone video sparked unrest and a call to action both nationwide and here in Iowa. Our Taylor Musgrove joins us live in studio this morning with the impact Floyd's death had on our state. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Jody. One of the biggest changes Iowa saw was an emergence in local activists and organizations fighting for justice and equality in the state. An example of this is born and raised Iowan Justin Lewis, who after the first couple of protests in Des Moines started the nonprofit Selma, whose mission is educating Iowans about the Black experience.
Selma realizes that, we are still very much segregated in our communities and even in the way that we see each other. So it's important that we have these tough conversations time and time again so that we can position ourselves to be able to not do harm to other people because our lack of knowledge of someone else's lived reality.
There has been 3 key pieces of legislation here in Iowa that are directly linked to George Floyd's murder. First, the More Perfect Union Act, a bill that passed last June with bipartisan support. This bill enforces harsher penalties for law enforcement who perform serious misconduct, requires annual implicit bias and de-escalation training for officers, and bans chokeholds. The second, felon voting rights, which restores a felon's right to cast a ballot. This impacted more than 45,000 Iowans within the last year. And the most recent piece of legislation to pass is the Back the Blue bill, which elevates penalties for protesters who assault police officers and offers more legal protection to law enforcement. Well-known activist Representative Akeyo Abdul Samad played a key role in passing the More Perfect Union and restoring felon voting rights. But he says it's important to note that these accomplishments were made possible by a group effort from the community.
Those people who wrote the governor, who called the governor, who worked with the NAACP, who worked with Black Lives Matter and the Black Liberation Movement, who worked in the House and met, all that together was able to help us to accomplish some things. Separately, we can't do it.
Now, as someone who was very involved with legislation and protests within the last year, I asked Representative Akeyo what was he most proud of, and he said it was shining a light on that Iowa is being more reactive than proactive and doing something about that, Jody.
Yeah, there was definitely a feeling of wokeness this past year. Thanks so much, Taylor.